Hi everyone and welcome to today's Chinese pod lesson. I'm Joe.
大家好，我是庆林，欢迎来到中文播客。
Today we are going to talk about food.
对，食物。Joe， 你吃过烧烤吗？
Barbecue. Oh yes, I had barbecue in China.
那你喜欢吗？
I love it because back home we have barbecue like pretty much in summer every week. But when it comes to winter and the temperatures go down and down, you cannot have barbecue outside anymore. But in China, it's very convenient to just go to a barbecue restaurant because they're everywhere.
对，在中国有很多。
So in the following dialogue, you will hear the word for barbecue or a barbecue restaurant, which is
烧烤。
So let's check it out.
我们去吃烧烤好吗？
我不太饿，但是我很渴。
那去喝奶昔吧。我们去吃烧烤好吗？
我不太饿，但是我很渴。
那去喝奶昔吧。我们去吃烧烤好吗？
我不太饿，但是我很渴。
那去喝奶昔吧。
So before talking a little bit more about the dialogue and its content, let's break it down line by line.
我们去吃烧烤好吗？
Let's go have barbecue, okay?
我们去吃烧烤好吗？
Let's go have barbecue, okay?
我们去吃烧烤好吗？我不太饿。
I'm not that hungry.
我不太饿。
I'm not that hungry.
我不太饿，但是我很渴。
But I'm very thirsty.
但是我很渴。
But I'm very thirsty.
但是我很渴。那去喝奶昔吧。
Then let's go have a milkshake.
那去喝奶昔吧。
Then let's go have a milkshake.
那去喝奶昔吧。
So here they are discussing of where to go. And the first proposal is to have barbecue.
我们去吃烧烤好吗？
So here you hear the question in the end, which is just like an okay.
好吗？
And the first part of the sentence is a statement. So it's like a statement and then the question of okay, which makes the whole thing to a proposal. So let's talk about the statement in the beginning first, because this is rather easy. It just follows the same structure as in English with the subject, verb, and then an object. So the subject here is we.
我们
Then we have the verb to go.
去
And then we have another verb, which is to eat.
吃
So together those would be to go to eat something.
去吃去吃
And then what do we eat? Barbecue, of course.
烧烤
So all together would then be to go to eat barbecue.
去吃烧烤
So, and then we have this, of course, together with the subject, and it becomes, oh, let's have barbecue, or we go eat barbecue. Is that okay?
我们去吃烧烤好吗？
And of course, this 去 here, the to go, as in English you could say to go to eat, to go to drink, to do other things. Okay, let's maybe try to put some objects to this as well. So, Lin, where do you want to go?
去逛商场
Oh, so you want to go window shopping at the mall. Window shopping in Chinese would be to go to stroll and then the mall. Why? 为什么?
去买口红
For buying a lipstick. So to go and buy a lipstick. But you have one already.
I need a new one.
Oh, I see. So in the dialogue, the proposal was to go to have barbecue. And then the reaction was?
我不太饿。
Here we find the adjective hungry,
饿，饿，
which is together paired with the word for too.
太，太，
So this would be too hungry. And then this is paired again together with no or not.
不，
And all together becomes not too hungry.
不太饿。
So could we say this in a different way?
我不饿。
Okay, so I could say it with the tai or without it. But what would be the difference? Like when I ask you, hey, do you want to have barbecue?
我不饿。
Okay. And the other one?
我不太饿。
Oh, I see. So without the tai, it would be much more direct. So adding this tai, not too hungry, makes it a little bit more soft. It's like, I'm not that hungry, not too hungry. So it's a little bit softer and not completely, no. Of course, you can use other adjectives here instead of hungry after the bùtài. So for instance, let's imagine your colleague seems a little bit unhappy. Then you're like, oh, you seem a bit unhappy.
我不太高兴。
为什么？
我不太舒服。
Oh, so you don't feel too comfortable, and that's why you are unhappy, or a little bit unhappy, or not too happy actually. So here we use the words comfortable
舒服，
and happy.
高兴，
And we will find this bùtài structure in some other phrases that we commonly use to politely refuse some people maybe. So one of them would be to say that something is unlikely.
不太可能，
And another, we could say that something is not very convenient.
不太方便，
So we have, in the first we had likely
可能，
and convenient in the second one.
方便，
Let's maybe test this a little bit. So, Lin, can I get money from you for lunch?
不太可能，
Well, can I go to your place for lunch then?
啊，不太方便，
Okay, so Lin actually wants to say it's not convenient,
不方便，
but she's nice. So she says,
不太方便，
sounds softer and like, it's not very convenient for me. So that's how you use this bùtài, just making something a little bit softer and maybe politer. So here the person said that she was not very hungry, but that she was very thirsty instead.
但是我很渴，
So here we find the word for but,
但是
and then I am very thirsty.
我很渴，
So this 很渴 here is very thirsty. What else could we say with this sentence structure?
我很冷，
Oh, so you're very cold.
我很热，
I'm very hot. So she said that she was very thirsty, and then her friend makes an alternative proposal.
那去喝奶昔吧。
So here we can find the Chinese version of the English then in the beginning.
那
And this often comes together with a particle that suggests a proposal. So this is the ba in the end. So this together, na, something, something, ba, is something like, oh, then let's do this and that. And here what comes, or what is the proposal, is in the middle, and this follows the same structure as we had in the beginning of our lesson. So this would be to go to drink a milkshake.
去喝奶昔，喝
To drink
奶昔。
a milkshake. So it's the same thing. So with that in mind, let's check out the dialogue again.
我们去吃烧烤好吗？
我不太饿，但是我很渴。
那去喝奶昔吧。我们去吃烧烤好吗？
我不太饿，但是我很渴。
那去喝奶昔吧。我们去吃烧烤好吗？
我不太饿，但是我很渴。
那去喝奶昔吧。
So Lynn, do you think she will agree to go for a milkshake?
不太可能。
Yeah, I think it's rather unlikely too, because if she's really not hungry, a milkshake might be too filling as well. So today you learned how to politely refuse somebody and how to soften your tone a little bit. So for example, instead of saying, I'm not hungry,
我不饿，
you can say, oh, I'm not that hungry.
我不太饿。
So here I have a question now for you. How would you say the following things in Chinese? I am not so sure. And that is somehow unclear. Please let us have your answers in the comment section below. If you have any other samples or questions that you want to ask us, feel free to share them with us as well. My name is Joe.
我是庆林，下次见，拜
拜
拜
拜。
Now, here's a vocabulary recap.
烧烤，
Barbecue.
不太
Not too.
饿，
Hungry.
渴，
Thirsty.
奶昔。
Milkshake.
Introducing Chinese Pod Recap, the app with fast summary lessons. How much time do you have? Join us in the beta program. For more info, go to ChinesePod.com/recap.